So Canva's new updates have included a few features that you can sort of jump in and start using. And one of the new ones that you can create is a whiteboard. So if you say, for example, go to your home screen and you click on whiteboard, so this is where you can actually create new whiteboards from scratch. And the concept is similar to, I'd probably say something like a Figma or a FigJam whiteboard and kind of, if you share the link with people in your team or your workplace or your school or uni, um, people can access the link using the URL, and you can basically just do like a joint whiteboard presentation basically. And it's kind of good that Canva's has done this, because I think there's a lot that can be done with Canva's tools, and just integrating it all together would probably make it a bit easy. So I've just kind of jumped in and done a bit of editing, but the tips that I would probably show you when creating whiteboards is to use the templates as a sort of an idea of what you want to create. And I'll just show you a couple of tips that I've sort of found to help kind of make using your whiteboard experience a bit easier. So say, for example, I've used a SWOT analysis, which I think is a good way to sort of demonstrate it, but I'll probably use a different one just for the demonstration's sake. I'll just use this concept map. And once you've clicked on the concept map or the template in question, again, Canva will bring up a few examples or options that obviously fit within that same theme of what you're going for here. So always remember that again, which is kind of handy that Canva's got a whole bunch of templates. I haven't even looked at all of them yet, but yeah, it's a good way to kind of do that and just tinker around. So when you zoom in and zoom out, the same sort of rules apply as if you're creating artwork as well. And for example, this is your pre-created concept map. I think you've got like matrices, you've got plans and like visual maps, that sort of mind maps, brainstorming tools, that sort of thing. So there's a few templates in there that sort of fit that sort of study frame of mind, I guess. The easier things I would probably say is when you're connecting the dots between different objects on your canvas. Say, for example, you've got like a concept and you've got things that are connecting with each other, for example, with these arrows. The same idea applies as if you're making like a flow chart with new objects. So when you create a new flow chart, for example, and you want these bubbles to connect, you can hit the up, down, left, right to sort of create new bubbles. If you want to create like a new what's it called, like a connector as well, you can always copy and paste whatever you have, and then you can just kind of connect them up. And then obviously clicking and dragging on these arms when you've got the cursor sort of changing is how you can kind of edit and shift them around as well. If you need shapes or elements, the Elements tab has a bunch of new items that you can kind of use as well. So you've got graphics, shapes, and you can still use the normal content in your Elements panel as well if you search them, just like you do when you're using Canva and regularly. If you've got sticky notes, you can use them. If you use the backspace key is where, so if you use, I think it's the not the backspace, sorry, the forward slash on the Mac keyboard, it's where the question mark is. I'm pretty sure it's the forward slash. You can search and you can basically add any sort of magic assisted content as well. So, I don't know, just type in chair. It will come up with your created objects, so you don't have to go looking for them in the Elements panel as well. So, and that's anything to do with the chair as well, for example. There was one more which I wanted to say was, yeah, you've got all your graphics here. So you want to make it fun, want to make it funky. You can kind of use these to your desire. If you've got lines that are connecting your mind map, for example, you can change the way these sort of look. You've got, all your visual changes, all that sort of thing is all sort of still here. If you go down to your tips, which are basically on the left of the canvas if you create using a template. So there's a bunch of tips that you can kind of use here as well. So just have a read, and you can embed like YouTube videos if you paste the URL, that sort of thing as well. So just read that one here as well. If you've got, I guess if you've got, you can add text, that sort of thing. So just read through each of these tips as well. Elements, sticky notes, click on lines as well. So you can create new ones also. So say for example, we've got this one here. You can create new ones and just kind of have them as you wish. If you don't want to use them, you can use the connector to, connect different, uh, I guess, blocks to each other and so on and so forth. So just keep that in mind. And if you want to, I guess, edit these templates to your desire as well, you can obviously go in and play around with it a bit more. You can delete basically everything that you don't need, and you can zoom out as far as you wish as well. So just keep in mind that this is kind of just one template. If you go over to the templates menu again, and you want to use something completely different like a calendar, I would say like a calendar, or kind of like something that's a bit more, yeah, like a SWOT analysis, because I mean, I've used SWOT analysis before, but they've been fairly detailed and not as like fun and colorful as these. But yeah, just keep in mind that the bigger that these templates are, they can kind of eat away at your system requirements as well. But yeah, so hopefully this gives a bit more idea. And they've kind of made these templates really fun. But yeah, if you've got more people that are joining in with your whiteboard, you can add them through this menu here, and I'm pretty sure Canva gives you an option to collaborate. So yeah, you just have to add the plus here and add them in. I think it uses the email address if you add them in. Yeah, you just need to add them using an email. Pretty much the same as working with a normal artboard or a piece of artwork in Canva as well. So yeah, everything else basically works the same with your fonts and your colors and objects. It's just you've got more options to sort of represent what you've got on your canvas, and you can zoom out as much as you want, and yeah, just rename as you wish. So yeah, so hopefully it kind of helps. It's a nice little tool. Encourage you to jump in and read the tips for your whiteboards, but basically it's kind of the same as creating anything else on Canva. It's just got a bit more of a collaborative approach to what you need. So yeah, so you can kind of ditch the Figma or the FigJam kind of tools if your company or business or school or uni has a Canva account as well. So yeah, hopefully this helped, and if you've got any questions, just leave a comment. Yeah, and if you need help with a project, just leave a comment as well, and I'll leave a link in the description to get in touch. Thank you.